And now, ladies and gentlemen, national anthem of Morocco. ويا سيدي وسادتي الوطنية المغربي.
The union of the islands, that of Comoros. Well, himself, Prince Moulay Abdallah, after whom the stadium is named, the son of King Mohammed VI, is in attendance, so too the presidents of CAF and the football governing body of the world, FIFA, Gianni Infantino, alongside Dr. Mutepe, as they watch on. But so important for these fans who watch on too. On paper, this looks like a familiar opening night Formula Tournament favourites playing at home against one of the competition's smallest nations, but African football has never cared much for paper, and Comoros arrived carrying a reputation forged not in expectation but in defiance. 4 years ago they stunned the continent. They qualified for AFCON for the first time. They beat Ghana in the tournament proper, and pushing giants as underdogs is what they're used to doing. There is the giant venue in Rabat, the second largest stadium in Morocco, and one of those set to feature as a host venue for the 2030 FIFA World Cup that Morocco will co-host with Spain and Portugal. Comoros arrive with a squad stitched together by belief, courage and organisation, but they're up against Morocco side who are here to dominate. The equation altogether different in a sense for Morocco, not about pressure. There is promise and purpose in every touch of the ball. Semi-finalists of the last FIFA World Cup. They're continental heavyweights and they're hosts once again. For the first time since 1988, they seek a first AFCON title since 1976. And it's the pressure and promise for those in the stands, those in the country. It weighs perhaps heavy on the shoulders of the players and coach. There is the coach, Walid Regragui, and in charge of this Morocco side, has been since 2022, when he managed to find himself successfully guiding Morocco to a historic semi-final finish in Qatar. The Atlas Lions, though, carry expectations from a nation. A nation overseen by that man's father, King Mohammed VI, and his Prince Moulay Abdallah, after whom this stadium in Rabat is named. This stands between Gianni Infantino and Dr. Mutepe, the president of FIFA and CAF respectively, while Fawzi Lekja, the World Moroccan Football Federation president, proudly marches on beside. This is a moment for many to savour on the continent and indeed in Morocco. A chance to calm the nerves and assert their authority and send a message across the tournament. The Prince to meet the players, captained by the standout Youssef Mchangaba. 35-year-old who's continued to impress for Comoros over the years, the all-time leading caps winner for his country. Introducing the respected players who'll do duty ahead of the start of this tie. Strong start tonight. Morocco, though, would set the tone, calm their nerves. Anything less would ignite questions early and hand belief to every outside team watching across the continent and the competition. And that, for Comoros, is what they've come to do. The 2021 campaign changed how Comoros saw themselves and how we viewed underdogs. They are not here to participate, they are here to compete, and they look to prove it here and now in Rabat. The officials led by Jean-Jacques Ndolangambo of DRC. Rabat says, with the captain's armband in the absence of the talismanic Ashraf Hakimi, the best player on the continent. Having picked up that award just days ago. Yassine Bounou is a standout, he's a hero, he's an icon, and he's warmly greeted. A very strong squad for Morocco, who know that anything other than 3 points would feel like an opportunity missed. So in a sense, for Comoros there's a freedom to this game. More of an obligation and expectation for Morocco, but that's what makes opening night so special and so compelling. Prepared to be captivated. AFCON 2025 will begin with a reminder that favourites do not win tournaments in the opening match, but maybe they can lose them. The second meeting in the African Cup of Nations between Morocco and Comoros. Their only previous encounter was in Comoros' debut, when Morocco ran out 2-0 victors in the group stages in January 2022 in Cameroon. What is rather remarkable is that two of the teams that were undefeated during the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers meet in this opening encounter. Comoros with a stunning campaign. They went undefeated with 3 wins and 3 draws to top Group A ahead of Tunisia, the Gambia and Madagascar. Morocco, though, the only team with a perfect record in qualifying. 6 wins in 6 matches. They top Group B ahead of Gabon, Lesotho and Central African Republic. They find themselves playing on home soil, filled with confidence and perhaps a psychological boost as well. If you are just joining us, wherever you might be, welcome to Rabat for the opening match of the Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2025. The man who the stadium is named after, Prince Moulay Abdallah, poses with Comoros, and indeed that the country he hopes will claim victory in this opening fixture, Morocco. There is rain starting to fall. It's been intermittent in the build-up. Certainly no sign of spirits being dampened. Of Real Madrid stands pride of place alongside the Prince Ashraf Hakimi. Not often you see him off the pitch, owing to the ankle injury that's seen him a doubt for the opening fixture, is as a precaution on the bench for the opener against Comoros. kickoff. One of the royal family, the two princes, Crown Prince Mulay Hassan and Mulay Abdullah. Of the dynasty, King Mohammed VI. So, match is virtually underway. An opportunity for Comoros to punch above their weight yet again, and for Morocco to impress on home soil. The side that has not won the African Cup of Nations since 1976, but perhaps going through their greatest period. This is how they line up. Morocco, the Atlas Lions, start with Yassine Bounou in goal, one of the finest Africans ever produced. Four-man defence in front of him, captain Roman Sais, but no Ashraf Hakimi in the starting lineup. Instead, Salahuddin and Mazraoui will start in the wider positions for today's tie. Salahuddin, an opportunity to prove his worth again. Amrabat, Diaz and Nahi will form a trio directly in front of the defence, but up front, the line will be led by Soufiane Brahimi, an Olympic bronze medalist from Paris 2024 with Morocco, and Eric Siktoui. Coaches the under-23 side, the Chan side, the Olympic team. Match officials led by 38-year-old from the Democratic Republic of Congo, Jean-Jacques Dalangamba, Isla Ngila, and Monya Elisi are the assistants, while Fede Dahan of Mauritania is the VAR in charge. From Comoros, Yannick Pandro gets the nod in goal. Nari Yanis is a very exciting fullback, so too Ismail Boura, earning only his sixth cap tonight. Iyad will be the ball winner in midfield, but up front, Chapom, Changama, and indeed Rafiki Saeed, who scores a goal every 2 games for Comoros. To keep up that record, there's an opportunity for Comoros to do something on the stage against Morocco here and now. Counts at the ready, Atlas Lions at the ready. The rain falling heavily now. Well, with the anthems complete and the meeting of royalty, in front of the sea of red in the stands, flags held high. Expectation thick in the Rabat air. The rain falls harder and harder. Maybe will ease the nerves. We're coming up towards kickoff. The official countdown. Comoros and Morocco, shoulder to shoulder they will go. They've been here before, they've felt this moment, they know that belief can grow. It's a tournament setting, and at the rain in Rabat, we are underway to begin the Total Energies African Cup of Nations Morocco 2025. A Group A fixture between Morocco, who turn out in the red and green, and Comoros, who turn out in the white with green trim. Hosts against hopefuls, pressure against possibility, and already you sense this is not going to be straightforward. Morocco, or a side looking for dominance early on, they'll look to get some good clean touches in as well. But Diaz with a touch back to his defence, working the ball out to the near side where Mazraoui gets the touch on it, looks to inspire a little run through the Comorian defence. They are quick in transition, but that's offside. And the flag raised brings a sense of relief to those in attendance. Comoros particularly dangerous on the attack. They're a counter-attacking team. Walid Regragui, coach of this Morocco side, the 50-year-old since 2022, just before the FIFA World Cup. presence for this Morocco team. Saïs, now playing in Qatar. 35-year-old, thoroughly experienced, and brings plenty to this Morocco side. Bodies will be on the line. Big challenges may come. Perhaps the greatest challenge right now is to settle while the rain falls. The droplets dance the spirits, or rain is music, nothing more. Africa will once again rise, despite the weather, unbound, untamed, and in football we trust. Touches between the front four, now the 29-year-old French-based ball-playing defender, out to the near side. Bringing some danger players down the flank into play. Brahimi will chase, but it will be ultimately in vain. Brahimi, big game player, with mental resilience. Reminding Brahimi that he is a physical presence of sorts. 57-year-old Stefano Così, Canadian born to Italian parents, been in charge of Comoros since September 2023 after their failure to qualify for the last African Cup of Nations. Andor in goal for Comoros. Saïs. Why has the captain's armband tonight in the absence of Hakimi? Is often captain in spirit, if not always in armband. Once again. Left through long diagonal. Decent looking delivery as well. Exquisite control of the far side. Morocco pressed forward through the very, very dangerous Salahidin. Seeking space, Mabaraat is there to steer it wide again. Unai dazzles. What a career trajectory. After the 2022 FIFA World Cup, completely transformed his life. His performances were utterly astonishing. Back to Bono. Bono, as he's called in various parts of the world, more affectionately Bono, his name in Morocco. Sabari, Eindhoven man. Say that, but Salahidin is Eindhoven as well. Touch for Diaz, playing a little deeper than he sometimes performs at Real Madrid. And often off the bench. Very much an impact player with Spanish side. Well, that ball just played into a little bit of space. Mane with the opportunity to find Brahimi, perhaps, who chests it down, takes the ball away from the defender. And now on the overlap, Mazraoui with a decent looking delivery, a little too high though. On the early opportunity. Quite gone a begging, but it's not quite there for Morocco to snatch. Hashtag Total Energies AFCON 2025. Again looking dangerous, the runner was on. Snatched away by Faiz Silimani, who's a long way back from his regular position upfield. Here he is again, charging through, and that'll be a cynical pullback. And free kick to Comoros. Again, little tug on Silimani. 32. Just a moment ago. Lovely chance for Morocco. The runner straight down the centre. Just seeing the ball plucked off his toes. It is always so difficult to comprehend how months of preparation, years of preparation, can be reduced to 90 minutes. Well, that is precisely what we have. One team wants control, the other hunting opportunity. Morocco want to set the standard. The aim is clear. Regagi says we're here to win the trophy. And they produce the perfect platform to begin that campaign. Unai, Saladi, Amrabat getting involved. The touches are good despite the rain and weather conditions. Got back into a danger area. For a brief moment, but again, stoic defence from Comoros, who've got 10 players behind the ball. Only Rafiki Saeed remains forward for Comoros. Alainoe. Roma man getting an opportunity to start. His link-up play is very impressive. Saeed. Down the far side flank. Maybe a little too challenging for Diaz. He was hopeful of a corner kick. Gora watchful. Instructions from Kuzin to Silimani. Very dangerous in space. Morocco need to be aware of his ability with the ball at his feet. Can tell you though that Pandor is being spoken to by the referee. Just a few instructions, nothing untoward it seems, but play ready to get back underway. Pandor in goal for Comoros this game.